So how can you use podcasts to promote your blog? Now, before I go further, I just want to point out one mistake that this person has made, and it's a mistake that all of us make in the beginning. We look at what we want from our point of view. I want that traffic over there, and I want it on my site. I want those customers over there, and I want them on my blog. It's always kind of me. What can I take from that other person? And you will find that if you go out to podcasts with that kind of mindset, you'll find that a lot of people will turn you away because they'll see that you are just using them to get free traffic, to get customers or readers or listeners or whatever it is you're looking to do. They can see it from your point of view. So if you are looking to be more successful and get on more podcasts, what I would recommend is looking at it from the other person's point of view. You know, how can you make this podcast that you're about to go on, how can you make it better? How can you give the listeners on that podcast such a great experience that they just drop everything and come over to your blog? Now you will find that with this, just that kind of slight change in your mindset, you will probably get invited on to more podcasts. You'll probably get recommended for other podcasts. You'll probably get called back again and again to, for future episodes, because you're always the person who is providing value to that person. You're always kind of give, rather than take. So that would be the first thing I would say to this person is, before they kind of think of using someone else for their benefit, think about how you can benefit those people. So again, when it comes to podcasts, you will probably find in the beginning, if you are unknown, it will probably be hard to get on podcasts because nobody knows you. And for a lot of us, we kind of aim very high. We're kind of looking at the top podcast owners and hoping to get on those shows. But what you need to think about is you need to think at the people who are at the bottom, the people who are just starting off. And you will find that you'll probably have more success getting on those podcasts because that person is only kind of beginning. They're always looking for guests. They're always looking for content. They're always looking to make their podcast better. And you will find that you'll get on those kind of lower rungs first. And then you kind of have to work your way up through all the different platforms. Again, it's just like guest blogging on a blog. You're not going to get on one of the top blogs straight away. You're going to have to do some blog posts on some smaller blogs. And then after that, then you can kind of work your way up through the rungs. And when you make a name for yourself, and again, by having the mindset of providing great content for those podcasts, you will find those people will recommend you to other podcasts. Other podcast listeners will probably hear your story or hear your message in the podcast, and then suddenly you find that you are invited onto other podcasts. So again, as I said, this person isn't being selfish by the way they have worded it, but as I said, we all kind of look at what we want from our point of view and not from the other point of view. So what I would recommend in this case is trying to give as much as you can to those other people, and you will find that it will benefit you. That you will find that you'll probably get more blog traffic from that podcast because you're seen as someone who is an expert, someone who is really helpful, and you will probably find that those podcast episodes will be shared, that you'll probably find that you get out to a bigger audience because of the great content that you're giving out in the podcast. So again, it's a kind of slight change in mindset, but it can make a huge difference. So instead of thinking, how can I use this other person? How can I help that other person? And you will find that you'll probably have a lot more success getting on podcasts and getting extra traffic over to your blog. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.